I want to go to Yosemite National Park. That was always one that stuck out to me. I wanted that, and I want to see the California redwoods.
Yeah, that's probably mine.
Yeah, I want to hug one of those big ass trees and just feel small. That's it. Well, it started with when we started dating, and it was an important month. My best friend's birthday had passed away, and it's kind of just where it all started.
Yeah, it was like a celebratory month. A lot of it came from Sam, honestly. So Sam was like someone that Colt did everything with, and then he started doing everything with me when we met, and that's how I found out about Sam. And a lot of the stuff we do is for Sam, I feel like. Sam would really like what we're doing, building the bus. Honestly, he'd be a great set of extra hands.
Yeah. That's where June came from, just the month of celebration.
Yeah. So we were actually starting to look at houses. That's what we thought we wanted to do. We wanted to start a family, and we were like sitting down about to actually buy a house, and we were like, I don't know if we want to be in Waynesboro the rest of our lives.
A lot of the beginning was figuring out the market, figuring out that you could buy a bus out west for $8,000 and it'd be rust free, but you're paying $8,000.
Yeah, it's also a big learning process. Yeah. We bought a rusty bus. We got our bus from upstate New York. The first 6 months of us having the bus, we were fixing rust.
Yeah.
We took off every single one of these panels on here and fixed rust for 6 months straight. There was this one day that I remember so well because so we did the other side first, and then we did this side, so we had only had half the bus open. We were going to put it all back together. Like, I was so excited. It was 30 minutes before he was supposed to be home, and I was in the bus, and this huge storm came through, like, literally looked like a hurricane. It was insane. Ripped off all of our tarps, the whole bus filled with water. I was trying to get all the tools inside as, like, the tarp slapping me in the face. It was so bad, and I remember I laid in the back of the bus and just cried. I literally just cried for hours and was like, I'm done. We're selling the bus. We're not doing this. And then he got home and he was like, no, I'm gonna bring some towels out. We're gonna dry everything off.
I had to drill holes in the
floor to get the water. Yes, there was so much
Yeah.
water in it. We got it done, but we were up till 12 o'clock that night.
Yeah, to wipe her tears and,
and the bus. Yeah. There was multiple times we were like, we're selling the bus, and we always knew we weren't going to, but it made you feel like that. But that's with anything in life. You want to start a new hobby, you want to start a business, you want to go travel in a bus, like, just do it. You will figure it out along the way. It's hard sometimes, but the end result's going to be so worth it.
Yeah.
We do have the people that are like, you're building your home in a bus, and it's like, yeah, and they're like, oh, well, you're just going to be homeless, and it's like, no, like, we'll have our home in it, and we'll just be traveling.
The first person I thought was going to be a naysayer was like your grandparents. You know, your grandparents, the first person to look at you.
But they've
like,
all
what the hell
been
are you
so
doing,
supportive.
kid? But yeah, they've all been like, that's awesome. I wish we'd have done that when we were kids.
Yeah, and that's the majority of the people. The majority of the people are very supportive, but we've definitely been at lows and people have like asked us and they've been like, okay,
Yeah.
Just like walk away.
You don't want to live in a bus, sorry. They don't know. What drove us really to live in a bus is that we don't want to live the normal 9-to-5 rut of a life that everyone else lives. Like, we want to be young and see the world. I think that's the most important thing, is to live every day while we can.
It's probably one of the most welcome and loving communities that I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, same. I've never been a part of
anyone on that, like, even if you don't know them, like, I can send anybody a message and they're like so willing to help with things that we don't know about or things that they've already been through.
We have people with open minds because they're all in the same situation we are. They don't really know what they're doing. Nobody really does.
Yeah, it's a school bus for a house.
We're just out here fighting our fears, trying to figure it out together.
But honestly, we've made probably the bestest of friends through that community that we've ever had. So basically, online jobs, a lot of the online jobs are like at your own pace. You get to do them in all of the locations. But also, we've been thinking about Airbnbs are a great way to make money without having to do much after you have it established. His job has talked a little bit about traveling and checking up on different locations that he has his company at.
Yeah, our company is the father company of these producing these vans, they said that there's a possibility I could become like a regional manager, travel in the bus, because for one, we'll be sponsoring Arctic Vans because they'll be doing the spray foaming, and it'll be a sponsorship, and they'll be a part of our home. So
he also is very handy with like leather making. He does a lot of nice.
Well, before we bought the bus, I had a leather shop.
He made this fanny pack.
I'd really love to open up as soon as we hit the road.
Yeah.
Start taking my free time and sewing wallets and bags and guitar straps and camera straps and doing those types of things. Because that's what makes me happy. That's my getaway. That's what I want to do in life.
We're looking around probably $25,000 with the bus price included, and that's with full solar and everything.
And that's because we're doing a lot of it in-house. We're doing it ourselves, learning how to do it. And well, that's kind of what we strive for, is just to learn more about doing every aspect, because I don't think this is our last bus or van or vehicle. So this is just step one in the whole series of things.
Right now we're kind of doing our layout inside as just the two of us, but we are planning on having, I want 4 or 5 children. So if that happens, then we would have to completely either remodel the bus or sell this one to build another one that little babies can run through and have beds in.
We're just going to try and keep going, get a big family, keep traveling.
The goal is to be self-sustainable.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Put your heart and soul into something, and this is every bit of our heart and soul. This is our first step, big step in life, out to the world. This is stepping out into the deep end.
And just the desert. That's what I'm most excited for. I want to see a real life cactus. This is like, that is what I want. I can't wait. I can't hug them like the trees.
I want to see Route 66.
Yeah.
I grew up being like a classic car. My first truck's a 67 F100. Like I like the 1950s and 60s cruising into the sunset.
Yeah.
That's definitely
the whole Route 66 will do for sure.
Yeah. But I want to see all the national parks. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to do crazy shit. Sorry. I just want to go see it all. It's what you want in life, and it's what makes you happy. Do it.
I'll always be with